Okay, let's unpack this. We were diving deep into a subject that, frankly, it sounds a bit like ancient spiritual science fiction,
Right.
but our source material insists it's one of the most rigorous, measurable systems on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about a mechanism that explains why certain historical figures, the mystics, the visionary artists, those untouchable leaders,
Mm-hmm.
seem to have life, completely rigged in their favor.
It's the origin story of extraordinary luck, really. The sources claim these people were operating under what we're calling an invisible reward system.
An invisible reward system.
Yeah, it's a hidden law.
Yeah.
And it explains how they attracted unbelievable opportunities, how they were guided by, perfect timing, and critically, how they had this kind of invisible protection.
And the key, the one thing that unlocks this whole system is the complete conscious mastery of sexual energy.
And its transmutation. That's the critical part.
Right. And our sources are so targeted here. They say this is not about religious rules or, social morality.
No, not at all. It's described as a cosmic law, as fundamental as physics, just operating in dimensions that science is only just beginning to acknowledge.
So our mission today is to pull this very esoteric concept down to earth. We need to explain the precise energetic mechanism.
Mm-hmm. How does conserving this powerful biological energy convert it into a pure spiritual force? And then what are the specific, tangible rewards the universe is basically compelled to deliver in response?
It's like energetic accountability.
Exactly. What goes in must come out, just as refined creation.
Okay, I have to start with a challenge then. If this is a cosmic law as real as gravity, why isn't it plastered everywhere? Why is it treated like a secret?
That's a fantastic question. The sources imply the secret is, well, it's self-policing.
How so?
The practice is just intensely difficult. It requires such radical self-mastery that the vast majority of people, they just can't sustain it.
So it's not hidden, it's just hard.
Precisely. The ancient masters, the high priests, the sages, they knew that transcending sexual compulsion elevates your energetic frequency. But the entry fee is immense internal discipline. The difficulty itself is the filter.
That makes a lot of sense. The system's open to everyone, but the cost of admission is just really, really high.
Right.
So for those who do pay that cost, the universe replies. And it does so through its operating manual, which the sources boil down to 7 principles. Let's focus on the 3 that feel most crucial for this whole conversion process.
Okay, we have to start with the bedrock. The principle of correspondence.
As above, so below.
As above, so below. And what that means here is your inner state immediately, and I mean immediately, reflects your outer reality.
Okay, but how does that apply specifically to this energy?
Well, when you conserve and purify this energy on the physical, biological plane, you automatically align yourself with the highest patterns of conservation that exist on, higher non-physical planes of creation.
So the universe sees the action and mirrors it back.
It sees it and reflects it perfectly. Think of it like this. If you tidy your house, it brings a sense of harmony outside your house. If you harmonize the most potent energy inside of you, the cosmos harmonizes around you.
Okay, that sets the stage perfectly for the next law, which is all about the mechanism, the principle of vibration. Everything is motion.
Exactly. And the source material is fascinating on this. They describe raw sexual energy as the densest and most primitive vibration a human can experience.
It's our base frequency.
It's the frequency of survival, of physical perpetuation.
And when you conserve it,
when it's not released and instead it's consciously circulated, it doesn't just dissipate. It's forced to rise. It moves through higher octaves of vibration.
so it's less like turning up the volume and more like...
It's like switching the frequency on a radio dial. You're going from static and noise to a perfectly clear, high-definition broadcast. You literally connect with more refined dimensions of reality.
And that leads us straight to the principle of polarity. We're reversing the energy's natural direction.
Correct. Its default setting is the pole of dense matter procreation. When you master it, you reverse its flow entirely toward the opposite pole, spiritual creation, conscious evolution.
That sounds incredibly intense. I mean, trying to reverse the most fundamental biological drive must create some serious internal conflict.
Oh, the sources are very clear on that. The initial stages feel like you're fighting nature itself. The pullback to that primitive pole is so strong, it can manifest as compulsion, emotional volatility.
But if you push through,
The moment you achieve even temporary mastery, the cosmic forces, which are always oriented toward evolution, they activate to support you. You become a rare agent of universal progress, and you get supported accordingly.
So if the laws are the blueprint and transmutation is the process, the direct result is the creation of this magnetic field.
The principle of magnetic attraction, and this is where the rewards really start to kick in.
So this isn't a metaphor.
Not at all. That conserved, purified energy creates a powerful, palpable magnetic field around your entire being. And because the quality of that energy is so high, the field just naturally attracts experiences, people, and circumstances that match it.
So the luck people report.
It's just predictable energetic magnetism operating through a precise law.
Okay, so this magnetic field is the engine. Let's get into the mechanism. Our sources say it's not just a feeling, it's measurable.
That's the key. We already know the human heart generates the most powerful electromagnetic field in the body. The sources state that when this conserved energy is consciously circulated, especially up the spine, the heart's field just dramatically amplifies.
Is that what people mean when they talk about someone's presence? You walk into a room and you can just feel them?
Precisely. That is the physical manifestation of this amplified, coherent field. It's why advanced practitioners often project this undeniable calm and authority. It's not ADACT, it's a radiated energy.
So what are the qualities that make this field so potent? The sources list 4 key signatures of the energy itself.
The first is purity. The energy is stripped of all the dense stuff, lust, need, compulsion. It leaves a clear, clean vibration.
Okay.
Second is stability. Primitive sexual energy is volatile, right? It creates mood swings. Conserved energy develops a quality of calm permanence, and that stability attracts stable, harmonious experiences.
And the third one, this seems critical for anyone in a creative or professional field. Pure creativity.
Yes, the energy is no longer tied to just biological reproduction. It becomes free to manifest in any dimension of reality. This is why masters in so many fields, from science to art, often hit their biggest breakthroughs after mastering this energy.
And the fourth quality seems almost paradoxical for a practice that requires so much discipline. Radiant compassion.
It's the highest expression. When you're operating from a place of energetic fullness, that desperate need to get validation from others just dissolves.
You don't need anything from them.
Exactly, so you can respond with unconditional love. This compassion is a measurable force in the field.
So this highly refined field, it acts as both the transmitter and a filter.
A dual system, yes.
What does it transmit? And maybe more importantly, what does it filter out?
As a transmitter, it tunes you to higher cosmic frequencies. Inspiration, guidance, information you just couldn't access before.
And the filter?
The filter function is maybe the most relaxing reward.
Why do you say that?
Because it automatically repels things that don't align with you. Yeah. Toxic people, unnecessary drama, self-destructive habits. They just move away.
Without you having to do anything.
They don't resonate with the high frequency, so they get spontaneously deflected.
This suggests the universe is actively monitoring this. What signatures is it looking for to greenlight these major rewards?
There are 5 core signatures it registers. The first is simply the elevated vibrational frequency of your whole being. If your base frequency is high and clear, you become visible to higher consciousness. It's like stepping out of a dense fog.
I'm going to focus on the next one, energetic coherence, because I think a lot of us struggle with just inner chaos.
Energetic coherence is the resolution of that chaos. Most people live in energetic contradiction, conflicting emotions, scattered thoughts.
Right.
Conservation resolves that into harmony. It's like an orchestra tuning itself. The universe rewards that unified signal.
And the third signature seems to be the universal litmus test. Energetic responsibility. What is the universe measuring there?
It's about trustworthiness. The universe recognizes that you've taken the most powerful, chaotic force in nature, the sexual impulse, and brought it under conscious, productive control.
So it's a demonstration of mastery.
And that mastery qualifies you for access to more refined energies, much bigger opportunities. The universe essentially says, okay, this person knows how to handle power. We can trust them with the keys to the kingdom.
Wow, that framing of a spiritual graduation makes perfect sense.
And the last 2 signatures are purified intention, where desires based on fear just dissolve, and the capacity for transmutation itself, which proves you're a qualified agent of universal progress.
So once those 5 signatures are present, the universe shifts from just observing to actively supporting.
That's the shift.
Which brings us to the external results. If the magnetic field is the cause, then the explosion of synchronicities is the daily, undeniable effect.
Indeed. Carl Jung called them meaningful coincidences. For someone practicing this, they become so frequent and so precise that you can't deny there's an active, organizing intelligence orchestrating things for you.
The sources break these down into 4 types. Let's start with informational synchronicities.
These are tailored moments of learning. The exact book you need for your next step just falls off a shelf. That niche video you didn't know you needed is the first one in your feed.
The perfect knowledge at the perfect time.
Exactly. It bypasses months of random research.
Then there are relational synchronicities. The right people showing up.
The universe orchestrates the arrival of the perfect mentor, a collaborator, or an evolutionary romantic partner. These are not random encounters. They are people who perfectly complement your current stage of development.
And the one everyone wants. Temporal opportunity synchronicities. The luck factor.
This is the perfect timing. A professional breakthrough, funding appears out of nowhere, a trip opens up. They happen exactly when you have the capacity to take advantage of them, not a moment too soon or too late.
And the sources say there's a progression, right?
Yes. From subtle synchronicities once a week at first to daily, dramatic, impossible encounters after consistent practice.
That progression suggests a deepening relationship with that intelligence.
Okay.
Okay, the second massive reward, the invisible shield of protection. This is described as a natural consequence, not superstition.
The magnetic field is the defense system. It operates on 5 dimensions.
Let's start with energetic protection.
The high vibrational field automatically shields against psychic attack, energetic vampirism, negative influences. Negative people literally feel uncomfortable around you and they just move away.
That must relate to the next 2, which are about mental and emotional composure.
Yes, emotional protection comes from that inner stability. You become immune to manipulation or blackmail because you have this calm, centered core. And that feeds into mental protection, superior discernment.
So you see things coming.
You can detect falsehood and danger before it fully manifests. You anticipate problems that other people walk right into.
And what about physical protection? The sources talk about miraculous events.
They do. We're talking high stakes here. Reports of escaping serious injury, recovering incredibly quickly from illness, or avoiding a dangerous place because of a sudden, casual change of plans.
Can you give an example of that, the change of plans thing?
A classic one is waking up late for no reason and missing a train that later has an accident. Or a sudden, overwhelming urge to take a detour that bypasses a collapsed bridge. The system physically moves you out of harm's way.
And finally, the highest level of support, spiritual protection.
This is active guardianship. Higher conscious forces guides, intelligences stepping in at critical moments.
How does that show up?
Through sudden, powerful inspirations that stop you from making a bad decision. Clear warning dreams, or just a direct internal knowing that interrupts a dangerous situation right as it's about to happen.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? This exponential growth in synchronicities, this manifesting capacity, the invisible protection, these are not random. They're not free gifts.
They are the natural, predictable results of demonstrating complete mastery over the most fundamental energy you have. The universe is just responding to your alignment with higher levels of cosmic creation.
The perfect system. The reward perfectly mirrors the internal discipline. Now, our sources note that getting this massive influx of synchronicities requires 2 things. Developing the sensitivity to even recognize them.
And then having the courage to act on them when they appear.
Right. The universe provides the opening, but you have to be the one to step through the door.
Recognition without action is just missed potential.
Which leaves us with this final provocative thought for you to carry forward. If the universe is constantly offering you customized, life-altering opportunities through this synchronistic current, what specific, potentially transformative opportunity are you ignoring right now?
Ignoring out of fear or doubt or just, a comfortable attachment to your old plans.
Perhaps the universe isn't just whispering, it's shouting. And it's waiting for your conscious, courageous reply.